boys and girls, Miss Brady here, and today we're going to see what happens when we add Mentos to Diet Coke. Now, before we get started, let's do what every great scientist does and make our hypothesis. A hypothesis is a prediction of what we think is going to happen. So, pause the video and write down your hypothesis. What's going to happen when we add the Mentos to the Diet Coke? Did you write it down? Great. Now let's get started. So the materials that we have for this project, for this experiment, we have a bottle of Diet Coke, a pack of Mentos, and we have paper and tape. Paper and tape. See why? First, we need to make a tube to hold the Mentos so that we can drop them easily into the Diet Coke. So I'm going to wrap the paper around my pack of Mentos. Then I'm going to use the tape to hold my paper in place. So now I have a tube. And I can slide my pack out. I'm going to pinch the bottom of my tube closed so my Mentos don't fall out when I pour them in. And I'm going to use the whole pack. I hope you get yours out a little easier than I do. Almost there, just a few more. And remember, we're going to use the whole pack of Mentos. Oops, I dropped one. All right. Finally, we have our tube of Mentos. Now we're ready to see what happens. Here's my Diet Coke. Now, I don't want to spray you with soda, so I'm going to step back some. All right. Are you ready for this? Wow, did you see that? Was your hypothesis correct? Awesome. Now, let's talk about why the diet soda exploded. We know that soda is bubbling, but do you know why? When soda is bottled at the factory, they add a gas to it called carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide doesn't get released from the liquid until you open the bottle and pour it in a glass. So there's a whole lot of gas just waiting to escape and form in the form of bubbles. Mentos are covered in tiny little dimples, kind of like a golf ball. When the Mentos hits the Diet Coke, the carbon dioxide that's been locked up in the liquid forms lots of little bubbles on the surface of the candy, causing a whole lot of tension. All that tension makes the Diet Coke explode out of the bottle like a geyser. Do you think we would get the same results if we try using regular Coke instead of Diet Coke? Want to find out? Awesome. I do too. I just happen to have a bottle of regular Coke right here. All right. So now this time I'm going to have a helper. JoJo is going to come help me with this. So JoJo is going to open my pack of Mentos for me so it doesn't take us quite as long this time. And we're going to pour these in here. Bryson is also going to help me. He's going to come get our bottle of Coke ready for us. Bryson, come up in our Coke for us. You might need to rip the paper out of it. Here, you hold it. I'm going to let him hold it to me. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, guys, ready? Let's see what happens. I got stuck. A minor adjustment. Here we go. It worked. The geyser was nowhere near as big, but it still worked. And you know what? It might be because my tube, made out of paper, got a little crinkly. Do you think so? What did you notice? You're right. So what did you notice? You're right. It still made a geyser, but it wasn't quite as high as the Diet Coke. You see, Diet Coke contains more carbon dioxide gas than regular Coke. That means that there's so much more pressure just waiting to be released from the liquid. I wonder if all sodas have enough carbon dioxide to cause them to make a geyser if we add Mentos to them. Guess what? This teacher has 2 more bottles of soda. Let's try it with an orange soda and Mountain Dew. Ready? All right, my helpers are going to come back and help me. We're going to get the sodas open. And I just had an idea. Instead of taping my tube, we're going to try it a different way. We're going to take this paper, and I fold it in half, and I'm going to tear it, and we're going to kind of use it like a funnel. So, you hold this one. You hold this. They came out so much easier that time, too. We'll fold it so that it'll okay, I'm going to step out of the way, and here's what's going to happen. I'm going to let my 2 helpers pour the Mentos into the sodas at the same time so we can see which one has a bigger geyser, if they even have one. All right, boys, we're going to count down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. That's so totally cool. It worked. The geysers weren't as big as the one with the Diet Coke, just like the regular Coke wasn't as big with the Diet Coke, but it still made a geyser. Which one of those geysers was the biggest? Boys, what do you think? Which one was the biggest? The orange soda did seem to make a slightly taller geyser than the Mountain Dew. You know what? You could try the same experiment at home with all kinds of different sodas. Just make sure you ask your parents first. And maybe even try using different kinds of Mentos. They have fruit and cinnamon. Wonder if they'll work too. Have fun, guys.